guys, it's Ariana. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm so sorry that I've been gone for so long. I have been gone for about 3 weeks because I got super sick. I got COVID right after Halloween and it literally knocked me on my ass. So I lost my voice for like a solid 2 weeks. I had the most like laryngitis bullshit happening and I could not talk. So I didn't want to force you guys to listen to me read stories while I sound like I'm dying. So that is why I've been gone for so long. I did not mean to be gone for that long. I wanted to get back into like a rhythm of posting like every couple of days, and then I got sick and I just could not. So we are going to jump into some spooky stories. So I know it's like the end of November already and I haven't posted anything in November. So I will hopefully be able to start posting again. Now that I've gotten COVID, I shouldn't be able to get it again for a while. So let's pray that I don't get sick again anytime soon. Honestly, this was like the first time I got sick this year and it sucked. So let's just jump into some spooky stories. I have a bunch saved here from Reddit and I'm really excited to read them. So let's just move my hair out of the way, make sure it's not hitting my mic. The first one that I want to read is from the Paranormal Encounter section, and it's titled Entity Lived in My Sister's Closet. And this one, I have a note saying they don't want me to say their Reddit name. So about 2 years ago, my older sister would spend almost all of her time in her bedroom. I was an annoying sister, so whenever she was in there, I would love to pop my head in and say hello. She was never that annoyed by me hanging out, but I started to realize that I couldn't spend much time in there without starting to feel sick. I would either get a headache or start to feel nauseous. My sister and I used to joke about this and say that my sister's room just had bad vibes. After a while, we started to notice that our dogs also wouldn't spend more than a couple of minutes in the bedroom at a time. After a while, I started to notice things about my sister's behavior. She slept with her door open and her lights on. She always seemed drained and honestly was becoming quite paranoid. She admitted to thinking that she would hear things, voices, whispers, etc. And our grandmother lives with us and is quite religious. Apparently, one day, my grandma was in my sister's closet hanging up clothes for her and felt something breathe down her ear. I didn't witness this, but my 2 older sisters said that they heard our grandmother screaming and crying from downstairs. They both went to check on her and found her pacing my sister's bedroom with a Bible in her hand, yelling at whatever was in her bedroom that it was not welcome. I don't get headaches or nauseous in that room anymore, and the dogs feel comfortable enough to take naps in there now. Holy crap. Well, I'm super glad that your grandmother was able to get rid of whatever bad entity was in there, but that is fucking terrifying. I'm happy that that ended up being like a better story and you got rid of that bad vibe, but wow, that's creepy. I hate that so much. The next one that I'm going to read is from the True Scary Story section. It is from the Reddit author Revolutionary Bar 4193, and it's titled Whispers from My Basement. It started a few weeks ago when I moved into my new apartment. This place was old, but cheap, which is why I jumped on it. The landlord did warn me about the basement though. He said it was off limits. Just a storage area, he told me, and it was not safe to go down there. But curiosity got the better of me. One night I heard faint noises coming from the basement, scratching almost like someone was trying to get out. At first I thought it was just the building settling, but the sound kept growing louder, like a muffled voice whispering my name. I was home alone and I grabbed a flashlight and cautiously went down the stairs. The basement was freezing, the kind of cold you feel in your bones. I scanned the room, but all I found were dusty boxes and old furniture. But then I heard it. Soft whispers just behind me. When I spun around, no one was there though. My heart raced and I ran back upstairs, slamming the door behind me. That night, the whispers became clearer and I didn't sleep at all, terrified of what had just happened. The next day I asked the landlord about it, and he looked at me with wide eyes and told me that I shouldn't have gone down there, and that the basement isn't what you think. I haven't heard the whispers since, but I swear sometimes late at night I can still feel them watching me, waiting for me to go back down there. The story might be hard to believe, but it happened. It's your choice whether you want to believe it or not. I'm just here to share what I experienced. Did you move? Because why the fuck would anybody stay there? That's fucking terrifying. What do you mean the basement's not what you think? Is it a portal to another dimension? What's wrong with the basement? I need to know. I need an update on that story. That is fucking terrifying. I need to go to their profile and see if there's an update because like, what the fuck? Did you move? I hope you moved. They don't have any updates. That's terrifying. Okay, that's great. So like, are you okay? Like, what the hell? The next story that I'm going to read is from the ghost stories section. It is from the Reddit author All Slammy No Cap, and it's titled Hide and Seek. My wife and I have been renting our house for the past 2 years. Sparingly throughout our tenure, we have heard running in the attic, bangs on the ceiling of the basement, and have seen shadows following us. We have heard full conversations outside of our bedroom window, and locks on our doors were changed. And the other odd and ends which have given us the spooks. I'm hearing things move upstairs as I'm typing this. Yesterday, it all seemingly intensified though. When I got home from work, I came home to greet my wife and 2 daughters. The kids were napping and we decided to play Fortnite to take advantage of the opportunity. When the kids woke up, all was well. We had snack time and enjoyed our night together. As the night was coming to a close, my oldest wanted to play a new game she had just learned, which was hide and seek. She's very good at running away from us and hiding when things don't go her way, but not while we play hide and seek. When it's her turn to hide, she likes to peek around the corner and watch me count and lets me find her almost immediately. When it's her turn to seek, she is super excited and absolutely loves it, but she can never find me. She always runs to her room first and goes under her bed, one of her usual spots that we find her in. It may seem like something lighthearted and small, but we have no clue where she learned what hide and seek was in the first place, or how to play it. She had been infatuated with playing it for the past week. Maybe she'll get better at it though, and maybe I've seen too many scary movies, but it still gives me the creeps wondering how she learned the game. Another weird experience happened later that night when it was time for the girls to go to bed. I was on my way back to get my oldest changed and ready for bed when my wife said she's by the curtains, and she had just saw her walk in and they were visible from where she was sitting. I looked and I didn't see her there, but she had crawled out from behind the recliner across the room. But when I brought her to change her, my wife had a petrified look on her face. She said she was staring at me with a blank face and stared at me for at least 10 seconds and then went by the curtains to the corner as you were walking out. I went downstairs about an hour ago to our basement to fluff our laundry in the dryer to find the 4 bottles of detergent and fabric softener along with a couple other things we keep on top of our jar had all been knocked down. These items were all standing straight up on the ground except our laundry detergent, which had been knocked over and spilled all over the ground. I was pissed because I thought our cat may have knocked it all off, since she likes to sit on look out the window. But after discussing this with my wife, she was down there last and our cat had been in our room the entire night, and all of the items were on the dryer. I went upstairs to show her what had happened, and 3 of the items were back on top of the dryer and 1 was now knocked over on the ground. We had yelled out, "Is anyone here?" multiple times and searched the entire basement to no avail. We returned upstairs frightened and searched around the house a bit more. We decided whatever it was downstairs and we were safe as long as the door was locked. We decided to head to bed, and as we were walking into our room, we heard a small girl's voice say, "Hey," coming from our kitchen. Yet, both of our daughters were asleep. Now, as we're waiting to see what happens, we will update as times go by. For your information, we are not high and do not feel paranoia, just worried for ourselves. That's really creepy. I really want to know who taught your 2-year-old how to play hide and seek. That's really creepy. They have no updates though, so unfortunately that was from 42 days ago and they have not updated. So I'll have to let you guys know if they do update in the future, but that is really unnerving. And the fact that you think that you're okay just by locking the basement door, I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I mean, whatever you want to do, I would move. That is really freaking creepy. The next one that I'm going to read is from the alien abduction section, and it's from the Reddit author. I don't even know how to say it. I'm sorry, I'll just have to list it down below for you guys. And this one's titled, "Something Came Into My Home and Sat on My Bed and Then I Lost Time." Hi all, I don't post much, so apologies if this is too long. I've tried to cut it down while keeping all the necessary info inside it. Context. When I was 18, I lived in a suburb of southeast Melbourne, Australia. Our house was the odd one out. On the street of 70s to 80s brick homes, ours was an Alpine-style weatherboard home with a steep roof built in the early 20th century. It was old, cold, and noisy, and you could see the ground through the gape in the floorboards. We had a big dog who stayed outside until everyone was home, and then slept outside in a big pen doghouse at night, mostly in the summer. We also have an indoor cat. The week that it happened, I was home alone. Dad was overseas, and my mom and sister were visiting family. One night, when walking home from work, I rounded the corner and noticed a figure standing on our carport roof, looking through a window into one of the 3 upstairs bedrooms. The sun was setting, so all I could see was a dark silhouette. I yelled at it from the top of our driveway, and then it disappeared. I remember thinking it was odd that my dog didn't notice or bark or anything. I went inside, I checked the house, and the dog, the windows, the doors, etc., and everything was fine. I assumed I had just seen a shadow from a nearby tree at sunset. Now, the following night, I walked home from work and everything seemed normal again. I checked all windows and doors, let the dog inside for the evening, and I eventually put him and myself to bed. My bedroom was upstairs, down the hall from the room next to the carport roof. Before bed, I had a routine of shutting all doors in the house as they were all squeaky and the drafts would often blow them closed if left open. This night, I closed all the doors. I checked locks, turned off all the lights, and I went to sleep. In the middle of the night, I was awoken by something though. Not sure what it was, but when I came to, I focused my eyes and I looked around. I saw the hallway light coming in under my door. That I knew I had turned off, but perhaps I had forgot. Right then, my doorknob started rattling, like someone was struggling to open the door. I immediately lay back down on my side, facing the wall opposite my bed, and my heart starts beating very fast. I hear the door open and I close my eyes. I figure if someone is breaking in, I'll just pretend I'm asleep and maybe they'll take what they want and leave. I slowly open one eye, the one against my pillow so it's less obvious, and I see the light from the hallway on my wall. My bedroom door is fully open, and my heart is beating harder as I lay still. I see the digital clock on my CD player say it's a little after 2 a.m. Then I hear the door creak again, and watch as the light of the wall slowly starts to disappear. The bedroom door is closing, and at this point, I'm positive we're being robbed, but I continue to pretend that I'm asleep. Keeping one eye open, everything is heightened. The loudest noise is my heartbeat, but I try to listen through it and I can't hear anything. No breathing, no footsteps, nothing. At this point, I begin to feel a pressure around both my feet. The blanket is getting tighter around them, and I realize that something is now sitting on the end of my bed. I look at the clock again, and it's now a little before 3 a.m. I'm frozen, and I have no idea what's happening. At some point, I have the idea to slowly readjust my position in bed and move my feet a little to see if something moves. So I do this, but as I slowly readjust my feet, I feel one of them hit something solid. Something is definitely sitting on the end of my bed. I don't know what to do at this point, so I stay still and listen while looking through one eye at the clock and the bedroom wall. The next thing I remember is hearing the first bird starting to chirp before sunrise. I look at the clock and it's now a little before 6 a.m. and I notice the room is a little brighter and the sun is coming up. Shortly after this, I feel the pressure lift from the end of my bed. I hear the bedroom door open, I see the light from the hallway on the wall again, and then the door shuts and the sun starts to rise. I got up shortly after this and checked the entire house. All doors and windows were locked. The dog had slept through the night and nothing from the house was missing. My cat was stuck in the bathroom overnight and he must have followed me in when I brushed my teeth without my noticing. I'm not sure what happened, but I will never forget that night. Oh my God. Okay, but how do you know that that was an alien? That's all I want to know. I guess you're in the alien abduction side of Reddit, but I guess this is just something came into my home and sat on my bed. So it could have not been an alien. It could have been an entity. That's just terrifying. I don't know what to think of that one. That is really, really, really creepy. I don't know how you guys manage to stay so calm in these situations. I understand you're saying like your heartbeat is racing and you're panicking, but like you guys freeze and you guys don't move and you don't say anything and you just either fall back asleep or you just like lay there. I don't know how you guys do that. I would not be able to do that. I would freak out and then I would probably die. So maybe it's a good thing that you guys freeze, but I don't know how you guys do that because I can't imagine ever being in that situation. That is absolutely fucking terrifying. But this is where I'm gonna end the video because we are at the 15-minute mark. This is my first video back of 3 weeks because I was sick and you guys can probably still hear it in my voice. My voice isn't fully back yet and I have a lot of congestion still. So this is where I'm gonna end the video. I'm gonna be reading more spooky stories in the next couple of days, so I will be posting more regularly again, and I will also be posting more TikToks and Reels and stuff on that side of YouTube and TikTok if you guys are interested in those spooky stories. I usually just lip sync to people telling scary stories while I do my makeup. Sometimes it's cool looks, sometimes it's just regular makeup looks. If that's your jam, then follow me on TikTok or go to my short section and you guys can watch all of those videos as well. But I will definitely be posting more scary stories as I start to feel better and I'm able to actually talk and speak for longer periods of time, because like speaking for like 16 minutes straight is actually very difficult when you're sick. So please bear with me. I will try my best to post more videos more regularly. And if you guys aren't already subscribed to my channel, please feel free to hit the subscribe button down below. We have hit 13,000 subscribers, so thank you so much to everybody who has joined my little spooky family. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys have any creepy stories that you want to share with the channel or share with me, please feel free to reach out either over my email or over my Instagram. All of my information is in a pinned comment at the bottom. It's also in the description box where all of the stories are, so you guys can click the links and you guys can go read all of the other stories that those authors may have put on their Reddit. But all of my information is listed down below. You guys can send me your creepy stories and I would love to read you guys' personalized ones, because you guys haven't really sent me any personalized ones in a very long time. I have a couple on Instagram that I still need to read, but I don't really have very much from you guys anymore. So I would love to read your guys' personalized scary stories, or if you have any Reddit stories that you guys have read and you think are creepy and you think I would enjoy, please feel free to reach out to me and send them to me, and I will definitely ask those authors if I can get approval to read them on the channel, and that would help me so much. But if you guys made it to the end of this spooky video, leave me an alien emoji in the bottom. It does help me let me know that you guys made it to the end of the video. It also helps boost my video in the algorithm with you guys liking the video and leaving a comment. So leave me an alien emoji, and I will see you guys at the next video. Bye.